I think Ben would agree with you as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
How
don't
bad
feel
was
bad.
it?
It was bad. I mean, it's lost the football game for them. It is a run-pass option, but Pittsburgh's not really good at those, honestly. They're better at...
The mesh point was all
Well, it was bad.
up.
So, yeah, and I understand Ben's point. You don't want to try and hand it off because you might fumble. But if you look at the film, right, when we roll this thing, he probably still could have handed it off. He would have to break a tackle. But then the problem is not necessarily the defensive lineman that picks it off, but the corner would have picked it off also. So this was a bad play pretty much all around. This wasn't going to happen. This wasn't going to score at all. So it wasn't even a great route by Antonio Brown. You got to do some things differently there, but that's not usually the case. That was an anomaly for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But this is a big loss for them.
Okay, big loss for them. Big win for Denver. Puts them back into the hunt for the playoff race. The Steelers dropped from the 2 seed back down to the 4 seed with this loss. How harmful?
Well, it's huge because now the Super Bowl road to the Super Bowl goes back through Foxborough or through
if it
KC,
stays that way, yep.
Right. So now you're looking at that where you might have had a first-round bye, and now you're in the situation where you're going to have to play a football game, and that's never a good thing. I don't know. No matter what they tell you, a bye is great, okay? So you want the bye, but that's a difficult situation that Pittsburgh finds themselves in now because that was a huge play and a huge play for their entire season.
Okay, hold on 1 sec. I'm being told we have breaking news into NFL Network right now. We go back to Ian Rappaport and fired their offensive coordinator today. Has more breaking news on an offensive star. Ian, what can you tell us?
They do. Leonard Fournette, the Jaguars star running back, has just been suspended by the NFL. This is for 1 game, so he is out next week for Jacksonville. This is for violations of unsportsmanlike conduct and unnecessary roughness rules. And, of course, you're seeing it right here, this fight that he had that ended up with him getting ejected. As NFL Vice President of Football Operations, John Runyon, told him this is for using abusive, threatening, or insulting gestures. It is for throwing a punch, and it is for coming off the bench to enter this fight. As Runyon wrote to Fournette in a letter, sportsmanship is the cornerstone of this game, and the league will not tolerate these sorts of misconduct. Fournette out next week for Jacksonville.
It was one of the ugliest moments of the season, quite frankly, because it spilled right up against, as you saw there, up against the stands even and everything. Any chance of an appeal? Will Fournette even try and appeal this? Have you heard anything yet?
That's going to be the next phone call. I would imagine that he will, and those probably, if he does appeal it, it will be heard tomorrow in Jacksonville. We'll have a decision before Wednesday, before really they start the game week. But as of now, he's eligible to return to the roster on Monday, December 3rd, after their game against the Colts.
All right, Ian Rappaport with the very latest. We'll check back with you as conditions warrant. Thank you, Ian. Still to come on NFL Total Access, the Chiefs are exciting and